Hey, what's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. So y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Hey guys, I have a beautiful Elshad system game for white that is definitely beautiful. I played against 2465, obviously a very strong player and everything. Again, guys, this is why I love playing at Elshad because even when you make mistakes and everything, your opponent still doesn't get the ideas of what you're trying to do. So it's just crazy, guys. It's just crazy. So without further ado, let's actually get started. All right, guys. So obviously, guys, I go C3, D5, Queen A4, C6, and then G4. Now, guys, I know that I told y'all, especially for black, I love this setup and everything with Queen A4 and then G4, but there is a slight mistake in everything when I analyze this. The crazy part, guys, I'm actually going to put this notes in my description box so y'all can actually check it out. Um, but on the whole G4, it definitely was a blunder. And the reason why I say it's a blunder because knight F3 is actually would be the best move. And the reason why G4 is not really good due to the fact of B5. I pretty much give up a point. But again, guys, if y'all read the Elshad system book, in the book it doesn't really talk about this. They kind of do it like a gambit. Of course, the engine is going to say that it's wrong or whatever. I don't think it's totally wrong. But if somebody knows the Elshad, like really knows the Elshad system, then they would know that they should go B5, and then of course they would take this point away. um, Even if I did go Queen F4 or things like that, I mean, technically, it's still not bad. It is technically still not bad, guys. It's still not. I mean, even with E6, I mean, I'm about to run into Bishop D6, Queen G3, Bishop D6, and Queen G2, and then the pawn is saved, and then I'm still close to the king side. I could still go H3 and still play the L side. So the engine doesn't really agree with the whole G4 move, but I mean, again, guys, the engine is definitely not going to agree with the L shot move techniques and stuff. So, all right. So, anyway, after G4, my opponent actually just goes E5. Um, and obviously, guys, the engine wanted me to go D4, but obviously, I didn't go D4. I just did H4. They thought the engine thought, as you can see, D4 is the move that they rather me play. For instance, guys, instead of H4, the moves like D4, E4, Bishop F4. But again, guys, this is not even an L shot. Now it's becoming more like a London system in a way. It comes off as like a London system, but the only difference is this G4 pawn is hanging. Stuff like Bishop capture G4, if F3, um, Bishop B6, Queen B3. We're hitting the B7 pawn, but then B5, and then Knight D2, and then Bishop D6, and then I feel as though Black is actually fine in his position. I think he has an advantage, but this is not how I would want to play it. That's just personally me. But anyway, I do the H4 move anyway. My opponent goes E4, and then even though they said that the best move for Black was B5, so but I go G5, and again, the engine saying that's still an inaccuracy. They say D3 was actually the best move. If he takes, I take knight d7, um, g5, bishop d6, bishop e3, and then like knight e7 because obviously black will love to castle king side. If I go knight d2, knight f5, he's hitting the dark square bishop, but we don't care. We'll just castle queen side, and then if he takes and I take and he castles, um, the engine is still giving black the advantage in this position. So yeah. So again, I don't play like how the engine wants me to play it. Like that's not how I'm going to do things. That's not me. But anyway, after G5, I my opponent goes F5, and of course, knight A6. I don't know who actually corrected all this, who put down the notations. I didn't do none of these comments and stuff, but unless the engine actually does this, I don't know. But this is the first time I actually seen something like this. But anyway, guys, after F5, I actually go Bishop G2, and of course, then it's gonna always say that's an accuracy. But Knight D7, I go. I'm sorry, not Knight D7. I'm sorry, guys. Not Knight D7. Bishop C5. Bishop C5 was actually played, and I played C4. Um, D4 is played, and then that's when I go D3. And honestly, B4 was actually the better move. Trying to get a B file, but also kicking the dark square bishop away. I think that would be an absolute better move. But I didn't do that. And so my opponent actually takes. He takes, and I just go B4 right away. And then after D captures E2, which was a blunder because he just pretty much give up his dark square bishop. I think he was trying to um the whole point of this sacrifice, what Black was trying to do was because he has the pass point on the D4 in which he can actually push, which is what he did. I think he was trying to um, make my life complicated and things like that. So, but I didn't see myself really in danger. But again, guys, when you're playing the Elshad, it's going to be times where it may seem like Black is doing something, like your opponent may be doing some attack or trying to do something to get an advantage, but you just need to calm down, just think, and just look at the position. So in this position, guys, what I did was I went Queen A3, and the reason why I went Queen A3, guys, because number one, uh, the move that I was thinking of was after Queen A3, Rook H3, and then I could just take off the pawn, and I think White would be fine because I'm already up a piece already, because he thought that he had like some advantage just by sacrificing dark square bishop, but it wasn't true. Um, so he goes 97, and then of course, guys, I go Rook H3. Now I thought maybe F4, just sacrificing the pawn to keep this bishop from getting to um the H3 square. I thought maybe he probably would have to do something like that. But again, it's going to be pretty tough because he is down a piece, and now of course White is the one that has the advantage now. So after Rook H3, my opponent goes Bishop E6, and I immediately just go Rook captures D3, and I'm happy now. Like I feel like I have the advantage. I feel as though like I'm great. Not a problem. After Queen C7, this is something that another technique that you really don't see a lot, especially like in an Elshad system book, guys. It's something that you're not going to really see that often. But anytime you get a position like this where you have a weak square, where your opponent has a weak square on stuff like D6 or things like that, you immediately want to go Rook D6. Not only are you attacking the light square bishop, but guys, this rook, what it does is almost like a blockade. Like it pretty much ties down Black's position, which is why Rook D6 is imperative that I do. So after Bishop captures C4, which was actually a mistake in his position because then I hit him with a double attack with Queen C3. So not only am I hitting the light square bishop, but I'm also hitting the pawn on G7. All right. So Bishop A6, he's just protecting the pawn on E2 because that is a pass pawn. But I don't worry about it because I go Queen capture G7. This rook on D6 is literally saving me like all the trouble. It's literally like helping me out right now. After Rook G8, I go Queen captures A7. He goes Queen A5 check, trying to get some type of play. But of course, Bishop D2, this is pretty much all I go at. After Queen captures C5, I mean, he's just chewing up the pawns. But at the same time, he is attacking my rook on D6. But that wasn't a problem, guys, because now I have a mating net. So because of that, Queen H5 check, and my opponent he messed up. He went King F8. The move that he should have played was Rook G6, but either way, it doesn't really matter. This is kind of like bad. But the thing is, if he would have did this, he would have made the game a lot longer. Just to give you some feedback. So like if Rook captures G6, Knight captures, and then Queen captures G6, and then if King D7, I have Queen A7 check. If Queen E7, then I have G6. So obviously, um, if he does decides to take, I could take. And then again, guys, the knight can't move anywhere because the bishop is the one that's blocking. And there's no way that he can stop this pawn from getting promoted because, number one, the knight can't move anywhere because the king is on the knight square, which is the D7 square. And then, of course, his bishop is on A6. So the knight can't even get nowhere. So now, I'm about to queen and this game is over. Now, if after the G6, let's say bishop C4, if bishop C4 is played, then I have knight F3 check. I mean, not just knight F3. I was about to say check. Queen captures A7, G captures A7, and then knight A6. Whereas, he will defend on this A8 square, but the game is all over after bishop C3, and now I'm guarding that square. And of course, I'm gonna promote. He's gonna take, like for instance, guys, if I like for instance, if he goes like somewhere like rook E8, I still queen, and then if he takes, then I go bishop captures H8, and then of course, guys, I have another pass point on that H point, and then this is all over. Even after knight B4, if he's trying to check and take my rook, I'll just go king D2. And again, guys, this game is pretty much over, especially after I go knight C3. It is really over, right? So, but yeah, guys, after queen H5 check, my opponent goes king F8, and I go rook F6 check. And as you can see, guys, this game is over. Like, this is like inevitable. Like, this checkmate is now unavoidable. So the only move he could go is king G7, and then I just go rook F7 checkmate. So yeah, guys, and that's how I checkmated 24-65. And as y'all can see, man, my blitz is definitely up there, guys. Almost about to reach 2500. So, I just gotta, like I said, I've been practicing more on the blitz side, just the 3 minute and 5 minute and stuff. So it's definitely helping my mind and stuff. So again, guys, for all y'all that's actually enrolled in my university, I will attach this to my private study forum, so you will get this as well. But of course, guys, for all y'all on YouTubers that's actually watching, I will put this game in the description box, and y'all can actually check it out for yourself. All right. So again, guys, I hope you actually enjoyed this video. If you like this video, definitely like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.